And here we go.
Hello.
How's it going? I hope you're doing great. Welcome to Ask Me Anything by Archon Studio. My name is Jarek.
My name's Simon.
I'm the Archon CEO, and as always, if you have any type of questions regarding the business, regarding the projects we have, regarding things, the common things, we always answer the question for. So in general, any of these projects, please feel free to ask in the chat. Right, I mean, one of the first question is whether we're going to have some more things coming for Masters of the Universe. Obviously, yes. Quarter 3 is wave 9 of the releases, so the wave 9 is coming along in the quarter 3, then following will be wave 10 in the quarter 4, and then starting from next year we plan to add more things to it, obviously. But we have to flush out all the Gamefound project we had, so all the things we had during the Gamefound, yeah. Entaro Adun. Obviously, Entaro Adun.
Entaro Tassadar.
Right. Do you have any more questions you want to answer? We're going to go through the slides today.
I'd like to give Simon and all those who support the community with their shipping inquiries a huge shout out. I think my order is finally moving out thanks to you guys. You all do an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, shipping for caves is progressing as planned. I think there's a fair bit of new people in this project for caves who aren't maybe 100% familiar with our process, but generally speaking, the actual fulfillment stage, it takes maybe a bit longer than you're used to, simply because we need to physically manufacture the products here and then ship them out as they're made. So for example, we don't wait for the containers to arrive from like China and then ship everything out at the same time. We have to manufacture the goods and ship them out, and that just takes a lot of time. So again, even though we started shipping caves a month earlier than scheduled, the overall fulfillment time will still take I think right now we're about is it 5 months right now we're shipping caves? 4 or 5 months?
We have been shipping caves for 3 months.
3 months, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, 3 months. Actually, we started May. Now it's going to be 2 months because we meant to ship in March. We actually started towards the beginning of May. So May, June, and now we're in July. It's going to be 2 months and 10 days. Round about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Only on the downtime was there with the pre-painted. So the painted obviously was a little bit delayed. Obvious reason, the capacity and expectations. So our expectations for pre-painted were maximum 30% of backers going to go for pre-painted terrain, and we ended up with 50% of people actually going for. So we panically got more machines just to get increase the capacity, but we reached the maximum floor space we can allocate it for that one in this factory. So we couldn't get any more machines, and then we have to just carry on with the capacity we have. But we are towards the end of manufacturing shipping of pre-painted pledges.
Hello Archon, excited to get my pre-painted caves in. Haven't gotten a mail yet about additional shipping. My packages was over $800. So if it's to the US, it will most likely be hit by tariffs because it's over the de minimis threshold.
But there won't be the huge tariff. They're going to be the small tariffs which they're in place, not normal like China import tariffs.
Yeah, the Chinese import tariffs are much greater. Although I would be careful, because if you have a lot of products in your pledge, they maybe get hit by brokerage fees from UPS. Now I'm not sure how it works in the US, but I know that in Canada, for example, you can go and declare the imports yourself, and then there won't be any brokerage fees. Sometimes I've seen some brokerage fees actually exceed the tariffs as well. So that's something to watch out for. If you're going to cross that 800 threshold, it's best to have a smaller number of products.
Those pesky shipping companies, they always try to find a way how to make more money out of us, out of you. So Definitely the process, it's going to be good, like experience to put down, to write up the process for everybody maybe, and then put in a Google document. And whenever we ship something, somebody hits any type of tariffs, just to tell people what exactly to do and how to do.
Yeah, and there's a lot of edge cases as well.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff where we're just finding out now.
Yeah.
That there's a lot of stuff we still don't know as well.
I mean, to be honest, you might get this package without even tariffs. It's so random. It's unbelievable. Sometimes you get a hit with tariffs, even if you're much more below the 800. Sometimes you ain't gonna get tariffs at all.
I've seen people get hit by brokerage fees just randomly, even though it didn't even go through customs.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure those people should receive refunds from UPS, if I'm reading the mails correctly. If you do get hit and you're under $800, then please do reach out to us, and we'll see what we can do.
Reach out to us, and we will sort it out.
Mm-hmm. Hello, are there any updates on the Leviathan? I'm so excited to see the model. Another question, I live in Dresden, so it wouldn't take me long to get to you. Are there any official factory tours? So for the first part of the question, the Leviathan will probably be among the last models we sculpt for this campaign. We're mainly focusing on the smaller minis for now, and we're making really good progress on the smaller minis. The larger minis, they take like one sculpt to like a month to do, or more or less. So we just want to show you guys as much as possible for now, when it comes to like the smaller minis and the stretch goals, and then we'll focus on the bigger ones a bit later. As for Dresden, there was going to be like a tour, or like an opening day for the factory, I guess.
Yeah.
But is that open to the public, or is it just invite only?
So the first one will be in September. It's going to be opening basically day, and that's going to be only for employees, friends, and family. So we're expecting about 250 people here on site. It's going to be only for them, and then it's a nice party afterwards. But if you live close, and I keep saying the same stuff, it's if you want to just spend a few hours here, let us know. We can do a small tour, but we need to know in advance. So at least a couple of days in advance. If you send email to our customer service that you would like to arrive, and you're going to be passing by, is there any chance I could have a chat with us and maybe do see the factory? Yeah, we can do that. We can arrange that one. But we need to know in advance. Are we planning to do something more? Yes, there is potential to do a open day. Many companies are doing this, like some open day, but we would like to connect with something else. Maybe some tournament, maybe hero tournament, maybe Starcraft tournament. I don't know, maybe something local. We can do something local, and then at the same time have this ability to actually get people here. PillCon is happening soon. So PillCon is a small convention here for everything geeky. So from the video games through board games, RPG games, and cosplay. Maybe not this year because it's too early, but next year we might have a little bit more time, and then day after do something here in the company. So like open day. So with the people, we're going to be reason for people to come to PIWA, and then on top of that, they will be able to see the factory.
Hello, what would be the estimated cost for the StarCraft 2 tabletop all-in? So we're not really doing an all-in. The StarCraft wargame is going straight to retail, so no crowdfunding. And it really just depends on what you want to add to your army. There are going to be starter sets. Well, the main starter set is going to be Terran versus Zerg. Which is just enough for an introductory game, just to get you started, and then it's going all the units and stuff that they're going to be available in separate sets. So you can just keep buying the stuff you want to add to your army, and just go from there basically. As for how much a 2,000 point army would cost, more or less, do you know?
So yeah, we did this calculation. So it's roughly around about €300 top. If you want to go for 300 points army, you can start from 1,000 points army up to 2,000 points army, I would say. So €300 when we calculate this one is almost half of what GW is charging for the armies. So it's going to be very good value. It's going to be very good value. Yeah. So I would say 2,000 points, it's ideal to play. 1,000 points is what you're going to get in the starter boxes, roughly.
Any info regarding Master of Orion? Work is still ongoing, I guess. How's manufacturing going?
Tomorrow is the cut-off date for everything printed. So obviously everything printed in English. And Michał just told me today that we're on time, we're on schedule. So that's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is handover project. So Jacek and everybody else will be free up to do and help us with Starcraft more. Yeah, and to follow up on that one, I know the video. It's been the video you have recorded.
We recorded it some time ago. We're just waiting on editing it. So I heard that we were.
It's going to be edited outside. So yes, it is happening because our graphical team, rendering team, they fully occupied with the current projects and current books just to put everything ready for production. So that's that, and just add plenty new stuff, like miniatures, for instance, right? I mean, we can quick camera quickly for the Master of Orion because I hello there. That should be this button, yeah. So that stuff. I mean, you have seen those ships, but I'm really blown away of how we managed and to get that one. I mean, you have seen it before, so. It works like that. You just basically do it like this and you remove them from the sprue. And this is where the pin goes and that's your ship.
Yeah, it's basically like a punch board.
It is like a punch board. And you do that once and then obviously the plastic you throw it away, but like you were doing the punch board. Those things are go on a push fit. So the big things we're going to push fit. Once we assemble them, they want disassemble. So, but I am getting more and more of these sprues because some of the sprues require a little bit of fixing. So they did that, and I'm getting more and more of those sprues coming to us, and manufacturing will be on time. So definitely the plan is to ship Orion English version by the end of this year. That's for sure.
Oh, you heard it here first.
I will show you some machines we actually purchased because this is part of the other questions we have just in a second.
I second the question for the results of the Porthaven survey. Do we have plans to publish the survey?
I haven't seen the results. I know I've been only told verbally the results, but I haven't seen the results in like a document. If I get that document, I will add it to the next slides next time. Okay, we'll do it. I see my. Right. Let's check quickly here because we probably got more questions from Discord. Yeah, as always.
Are pledges with Prismaccast ships getting their stretch goals docs Prismaccast as well? Getting Prismaccast stretch goals is a big bonus to go for the Prismaccast pledge with caves.
Yeah, do you know the answer?
Oh no, I don't. That's more of a project-related question.
Yeah.
Would probably have to ask Jakub, but to my knowledge, no. To my knowledge, if you get the Prismaccast ship, I don't believe the docs come pre-painted. I'm pretty sure right now the docs only come pre-painted through the add-ons.
Yes, that's correct. As far as I know, they only coming through add-ons.
Porthaven, I know I'm repeating myself, but any news on the fabric sales? I'm still itching to see something.
It's still not there yet. I don't think. I know. Tomek proposed something. One of the engineers proposed something new. Still not there yet, and I don't want to show you what we have because it's only half baked. So as always, half baked. It's not a good idea to show you this. So once we have it, we'll show you. But we still got about 5 times to get it right. Make it, we make it.
I have a question about the returning backer items. I believe with Caves it was the Minotaur, with the Porthaven it was the Macaw Griffin. I first discovered DNL because of Porthaven and I pledged during that crowdfunding. Then I got an email from Archon telling me about Caves, so I went and purchased that too during the Pledge Manager time period. What does that mean for the returning backer items? Do I get both? Because I backed 2 campaigns at the same time, so each counts as returning for the other. Do I get neither because I was only returning on Caves? So yeah, the way this works is we look at the earliest campaign first. So in this case, you'd be a returning backer for Porthaven and an original backer for Caves because Caves was launched earlier. So yeah, just to clarify that.
Yeah.
And same question: if I backed Porthaven as DNL backer and then came over to Caves, yeah, again, you would get the Chimera from Porthaven in this case.
Yeah.
What's going on with shipping to Australia and Asia? Seems like there's a lot more people who are not receiving their pledges. To my knowledge, we're shipping everything normally. Again, it may be sometimes difficult to hear from specific regions. There's generally a lot of questions of people asking like, oh, has anyone from X place received their pledge? But generally speaking, we don't ship on a country-by-country basis. We just ship based on what we have in stock.
But it's assembled and ready to go out.
Yeah, we don't just like discriminate or based on location, basically. This is mainly because, again, we don't function like a lot of different other companies. We don't ship entire shipping containers of our products. We can just ship individual stuff like directly to the courier and to your doorstep, from the courier to your doorstep directly from our warehouse.
Yeah.
How far along into completion are you with Porthaven? You've already shown us physical miniatures of the tavern, ship, crew, port. All that's missing now is the design of the dragons and the Leviathan, plus tooling for all the remaining stretch goals, since Ghost Crew and Companions are final already.
Here's the kind of list of all of the sprues we have made for this campaign. Well, the ship is not here. Obviously, we've made a ship already, but just to show you the amount of content, and I'll show you some of these miniatures today as well from these sprues. It is a lot. This project is the very, very ahead of schedule, especially on the side of the tooling and miniatures. Although it is slowed down, I have to say that one. It needed to slow down because we needed to allocate capacity and sculpting capacity to other projects. So here you can see what we're missing is island scatter terrain. I know some of them renders I will show you in a sec, and various D&D, whatever, it shouldn't say D&D, but it says D&D creatures.
It's an internal project, it's fine.
Yeah, it's an internal name.
Yeah, internal name.
Internal name, that's to be clear on that one. It's just internal, nothing to do with D&D.
Yeah.
And then that's the number of things we still have scoped. I mean, Sea Giant just been done. I've seen that one. I know Hydra has been done as well. Sea Serpent.
The Sea Serpent has already been done as well.
It's been done as well.
It's on the page already.
Elemental Water Dragon. I haven't seen the Elemental Water Dragon. Neither Leviathan. I know Leviathan will be the last one to do. And some of these minis here, they're also still to be done. So it's not many minis left. In all the big ones, which takes a lot of time, about a month for one sculptor. But we have still about 3 sculptors or 4 sculptors dedicated for this project, so they will finish that one off. Yeah. That was that question.
I'm very curious what you have on the Dragon of Joy. All we have for now is that the black and white drawing. So those are
kind of concepts. We haven't chosen any yet. The only quick outline for before we're gonna work on a proper concept. But you may expect either A, B, or C, one of those, and optional wings, obviously. So we make the wings optional. So we don't know which one the art director is going to choose at the moment.
I'll be at work. Archon Studio, is there anything new in the works for Master of Orion Battleground? If so, can we see? So as mentioned earlier during this live stream, we're first going to be releasing everything from the crowdfunding campaign from Gamefound, and then we're going to be releasing newer sets. That haven't been. So
the Wave 9 is scheduled for this quarter, third quarter. Hi Derek, question from Derek about open date. It's gonna be around about second week or third week of September. I am interested to know, will your future UK site perform in the same manner as yourself, or it will be a storage facility? Very, very complicated question. What we're going to start with is the warehousing operation first. But it's designed to grow, and the whole concept is to grow the business in the UK as well, get designers in the UK, sales team in UK, maybe not manufacturing because that will be complicated. Meaning shipping tools from Poland to be made in an injection machine ain't gonna happen. I don't think so. Even Games Workshop is not doing this. So only that. But yes, operation. The idea is that operation to grow, especially in the sell, retail, and design. Ooh la la, there's lots of questions here. Will you produce pre-painted terrain for Starcraft? There is idea for that. Haven't tested yet. Haven't gone that way yet. But there is some idea about it. Yes, a little bit of news about Starcide, and we will get there just in a sec.
What are your plans for GenCon? Anything you would like your fans for you to do? Okay, so when it comes to GenCon, I don't think the team will be there physically this year. I believe
we have stand there, and we have USA-based team.
Yeah.
So the base team, USA-based team, it will be mainly the sales team for, and only one thing which we're gonna have there is the battleground. And the main reason why, because for years we've been trying to get a bigger stand, and we never get there. We're never gonna get there. I think it's just, I don't know which door I need to knock to get bigger stand, but we tried every single way possible to increase our stand size, and we have to choose one project. And this year we have chosen the battleground, and the battleground will be there as a representation of our company, along with maybe some dungeons and lasers, terrain pieces, and that's it. And maybe some surprises, but don't expect much on Gen Con. In Europe, whenever we go to European trade shows, it's crazy. Now Europe is known for making everything tiny, so houses tiny, everything cars tiny. But I would expect in USA to make a big, massive trade shows, and then when it comes to Gen Con, I can't get floor space. It's like,
yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
It's because specifically. They want Gen Con to be at Indiana. They don't want it to be anywhere else. I believe the city does pay quite a bit to keep it there in place. But I'm not sure why they don't expand the facilities as well of the convention center.
There is definitely reason for that. I'm pretty sure, because we are not the only one trying to get our floor space increased. And lots of companies want, but they just have limited floor space. And those companies which already got floor space a little bit bigger, they're not going to give up that one. So not that easy. So yeah, I know there was an option to increase it, but not a potential to increase it, but we got the email last week saying no way. I mean, some other company cancelled, and we want to jump in on their spot, and they said no. The Gen Con said no, so probably that was reserved for somebody else. But I don't know what to do next. I mean, we're big company, but we cannot have nice representation at Gen Con, so we might be not doing this one anymore, or I don't know.
What is the state of Archon's cash flow? Was Capes a successful campaign money-wise, or did the various problems / Prismaccast machines bury your profit margins?
Oh, that's a good question, big question. So yeah, the cash flow is good at the moment. We basically...
It's hard to say otherwise, right? It's hard to say otherwise. Like, oh, we're doing so poorly. Look at us.
No, it's not. I will show you why.
No, it's good. It's good. It's going well.
It's doing well. For instance, this one, right? So that's our factory. That's the current factory. And this is the new extension. As you can see, it's still being constructed. I took this picture literally an hour ago, 2 hours ago. So it's almost finished. And that is investment along with this massive land all the way there. That is $2.5 million investment just to get this one up. Then we have an additional $2 million investment to extend this factory for the same level. So it's actually getting kind of crazy at the moment. It's not finished. It's not finished. There's plenty of machines we actually buying, like this type of machines which we use and we're going to use for bases. I mean, this is cheap stuff. I mean, that is the cheap machine, right? But you have to see what exactly the type of things we need to buy and what the investments are. There's a huge investments we have this year in terms of So that last year we've made about $4.5 million profit, and that profit will be consumed this year, that's for sure, with all that investments we have here. Are we going to be hitting targets this year? I don't know. It's going to be very, very difficult to hit the targets. I'm pretty sure we're going to hit the targets in what's the name? One second. Where's the next one? Let me stop this one. So that's the other machine. We just got it. This is the automatic machine for making boxes and gluing boxes. So boxes being folded and assembled, and literally just came in a couple of days ago. And again, this is part of expansion for wargaming. So this machine will give us like hundreds of thousands of boxes. Well, more than, few hundred of thousands of boxes every year manufactured, because that's roughly the capacity we need. Another machine I'll show you, that's not the biggest one. That's the biggest investment in our company, and this is our machine, which is going to be now disassembled in China because it's made in China and shipped to us. And that's what it is. This is the biggest investment of this year. Basically, this machine is box making machine, so machine needed for any type of boxes for the board games. We've been talking about that one, that we are going to shift into manufacturing products in Poland, and this is what this machine is for. So starting with Heroes for US market, and then basically doing Heroes in Poland. It's going to happen in Poland. Same for Orion. I think Orion will be the first projects here. Starcraft will be made on this machine. Starcraft, the board game, will be made on this machine. So yeah, it's a huge machine, and a lot of investment on our side on this year. So we have to do it. I mean, normally we will just go slowly, but the time, going slowly with the projects we have currently, it's definitely no go. We need to steam up and get all those machines and manufacturing in place. So again, the cash flow for this year should be fine. It will be fine. Targets, I was starting about targets. Crowdfunding targets we have set up for this year, definitely we're not gonna hit. That's for sure. Only because we get a new stuff we needed to work on, like Starcraft, for instance. So Starcraft wasn't planned for this year. It was, the work on the Starcraft wasn't planned for this year, but because we started, we basically allocate all the resources because it needs to go to a pre-order, normal pre-order, no crowdfunding. So we sacrificed some of the crowdfunding projects. Retail is doing very well. It's going much better than the target was set up for. So that's great, and we can see the growth. And service is doing very well. So services will be more than I actually anticipated this year or predicted this year.
Yeah. So to clarify, services are like services for other companies because we manufacture miniatures.
Yeah, we do manufacture miniatures, boxes. Now with these machines and everything, with this setup, it's going to be even more, because I've been kind of not taking that much work here because we didn't have those kind of automated machines. So now with these automated machines, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get more and more in-house manufacturing. So that's that. We have loads of challenges, and I think the biggest challenge is definitely Starcraft, to get pre-orders running this year. It's a massive investment on our side, and then from all the investments, last year we have additional investment in terms of more IPs, so like a Quake, for instance, or Dishonored. Those two games, the team they're working on. The plan was actually have them this year, but obviously the plans shifted. Yeah. So that's that in terms of business. I'm not worried. You will know when I'm worried. But on the same time, just to mention again, we have lots of jobs. Still loads of jobs opening, so if you would like to apply, please go to archon-studio.com/jobs offers. We're looking for sales reps, UK, USA markets, with experience, obviously. Most of the roles here are actually experience, except to engineering positions. We train our own engineers only because the processes we have, they are homebrew processes, internally, meaning that we cannot actually get anyone from the market with already knowledge. We just have to train it up. But it's a local job, so it's only for the local community. Or if you want to move into Piła, then you're more than welcome. It's a very nice town, small but very nice and tidy, and very, 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 very safe. That's very important. We have a police school here, so it's very safe. You get lots of policemen on the road, so that's very safe. Right, Q3 releases for 2025. These elements gonna go to the retail.
Yeah.
Q3 it's not very specific, but so starting from next year, we will have much more frequent releases. At the moment, we do only every quarter release, but we're getting more people in the business just for that one to make sure that we will be able to get more releases out. That's including the product preparation, pictures, and all those things. So that's the whole reason why we get so many people in, and that's more releases. Also, some pre-painted terrain, which will be in stores once we have everything clear out, because next quarter releases are they think they're shipping in 2 months or 3 months, and they should be after Caves is finished.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as you can see, we have more battleground things, and once we flush out the crowdfunding, the Gamefound, all the waves, we're gonna move to new releases. Should we check the comments here? Here's the comment sections, because there's plenty of them.
Is there a timeline for the books and caves? Yeah, so pledges with books have already been started shipping. So some people may have already received a shipping notification for those.
That's the book.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I can show you sign. Yeah, so people start getting those things. So book is done.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another fantastic work by Alex and the team. Oh, not that button. Should be this button. Kidoki, okie dokie, what's that? I have
to ask as a nerd, are you an AC10 or AC20?
I'm the thick skin, so. Yeah. Anyway. I'm a big fan of machines, of the company that makes products that I really like. Yeah, there's going to be lots of investment, because we are also going to put robots on the injection machines. That is the next step. We need robots on there. So,
like the big Japanese ones as well.
Yeah, those robots.
Yeah.
Pickers from the machine. At the moment, it's just like. At the moment, is still kind of manual operation. I don't want this manual operation. That needs to be, the people need to have more time on inspecting the sprues instead of actually packing them in the boxes. So the pickers, machines, and robots there. Plenty of changes. Okay. Water tanks, just quickly, just to remind you that water tanks exist, or actually it's getting materialized very quickly. Some additional work we have done in the last few weeks to show you more and more. I really like those things. I don't know. I'm just slowly getting to became like a tanks fan. See, you never know whenever you can be a tanks fan. Anyway, pre-orders July. I think is still realistic. That's what we're aiming at the www at our website, and also through stores and retail, and then street date about September, October. That's going to be our first card game, and we'll see how the other ones will go. Porthaven, a small amount of 3D concepts. Show you. Do we have anything special here? Some questions? You want to answer this, Ivan?
Awesome to always follow the live streams. Is there going to be a figurehead for the normal pirate ship? No, I don't believe we have a regular figurehead planned for the ship. There's only the one for the ghost ship. Originally, there were some ideas to maybe add it into the stretch goals and whatnot. maybe as an add-on, but ultimately we decided against it, simply because maybe not everyone would get the ship, and there just simply wasn't enough space. We already used like a ton of budget on the actual ship itself. Who should I contact about an excess payment regarding Master Orion? Just write to our email, contact@archon-studio.com, and we'll get to your request as soon as possible.
Yeah.
How's the development of Starcide doing? Can you share anything?
Yeah, okay, so I do have some slides to show you just in a sec, but I have to say that we have a blind test. On last Friday. We have a community, tabletop miniatures gamers community coming over to our place, to our factory, and they had a game, a few games. Obviously, we had a survey. They give us all the feedback, and I've got to say I'm very, very surprised about it, the survey and about the answers. I think we're cooking very good game. So I'm very, very proud about my team and in general us, because that's the feedback I was waiting for on Starcide. So maybe I'll prepare a few comments for the last one. Let's wait for the more surveys to come through. Let's wait for the more playtests. But people really like most of the things. I would say 90% of the game, or 95% of the game, was actually very, very good. There was some questions they had during the game. And yeah, I'm very happy with that one. So also with sculpting, there's more and more sculpts coming along. Just before this stream, I got a message from one of the sculptors to finish one of the ships. So I won't be able to show you that, but we have all the concepts now, and we still work on the concept, especially on the vampires. So this is still been at very, very early stage of works. What else there? I mean, I don't know what to say. It's just like it's the plan for that game. It's doing very well in terms of mechanically how it plays. The other section of that universe is the IP, is the concept of it. So that what needs to be done correctly. There's still some adjustments we have to do. Longer we work on that one, more ideas we have, and then those ideas will generate more content or will cause some of the content to be rewrote, which is not the bad thing. It is kind of delaying, but it's better to get it at least 80% right instead of not right at all. It's the story about Star Wars as well, right? The first script created by Lucas, and it was bad. So I was watching the other video. I was very surprised how much it's changed during the course of 3 years with other writers, and
I think that's pretty normal when
Exactly.
for any creative project.
Exactly.
Like I don't think any artist is ever happy with their first draft ever, and if they are, then they better be a genius, or they're probably a bit.
Yeah, it's never gonna.
faulty.
It's no. I don't think so. I think you have to be very extremely lucky to actually create something like first time through. It's just like usually normally doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in engineering. So yeah, but it's better to actually spend a little more time and flush out all the elements which we believe or we think they're not there yet, and make it much more interesting. So, like, we talk about the Sakura faction that, it just might be too boring, so we have to add some things into there to make it much more interesting, at least the fluff side. But ships are okay. I think proms are the most interesting faction at this stage. I think vampire is going to be very interesting faction as well. Sakura is still not there yet, I think. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Oh.
News from Moto Battleground Spain. Last month was the biggest tournament in the world. 30 players playing 2 days in Madrid, Spain. Wow.
Thank you very much for your work, and thank you very much for your support.
Yeah, thank you, Andres.
I think Jakub is going to be in touch with you anyway about other topic, so stay tuned.
Personal question, Jarek. When will you purchase your first real-life tank, and what will you use it for?
When I got retired, that's for sure. And when I'm going to use it, I'm going to be driving to stores, man.
Don't you plan to live forever?
Do I plan to live forever or work forever, you mean? Live forever, yes, I do plan to live forever, but not work forever. So that's it. So when I got retired, I said, not like when I'm gonna die. You mean when I die? When I retire, I go die?
You know, I mean, like, listen, some people, they plan to live forever. Like, you know, our Lord and Savior, Gabe Newell, he plans to live forever, as he mentioned one time.
He needs to look after himself a little bit better.
Oh, he is. Have you seen him recently?
I did see the progress.
He looks really good now.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. That's that. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be small tank, maybe tankette. Have a look on the Polish tankette. This is a very nice one. It probably is allowed to actually drive it on the road. I won't damage any road, so maybe I will drive it in small tankette.
When can we expect news on the paint scheme for the ship? I noticed a lot of people loved the schemes from Mike and Dana. Also, do you have an idea of when the Castle campaign is supposed to start? So for the Prismaccast pair themes for the ship, it's a fairly long way off, I'd say.
After shipping, definitely after shipping caves. That's the thing. So once we finish shipping caves, we will make a call on, you know, getting machines busy with ship painting. So, and then in that process, before it even starts, we're gonna decide about the color scheme.
Yeah, and the Castle campaign, as always, is gonna start more or less when we start shipping. Well, either like usually just before we start shipping, or during shipping of caves. Porthaven in this case. So I'd say most likely early next year is when we plan to launch the Castle campaign. And I haven't found anything on this yet. Is there an Archon Studio t-shirt? If not, I would buy one, even if you wouldn't do it with the core machines.
We've made some hoodies for the team with Starcide logos and other things. I'm gonna need now one for Starcraft, but
I'd get me one as well.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, some merches. We should have some merches in the future, and we will have. We will for sure. We will have once we start doing all the wargaming things. So games mainly. Sakura need more rockets. That's true. Torpedoes, not rockets. Torpedoes. That's for sure. Any news on the Dread Heaven, the Gothic Castle, DNL?
Yes, as mentioned a second ago, it's going to most likely be launched early next year. Yeah. We are working on a teaser as well, but we will... Ooh. Yeah, but again, just a teaser. You'll have to see and wait.
On engineering as well. On engineering as well. I've seen some engineering movement back and forth, and I come up with some also ideas. I will discuss tomorrow with Tomek both ideas, so yeah. It is coming along. Just quick one to show you more miniatures from Porthaven. These been sculpted. Really nice minis, really lovely minis. And then palm trees. So these been done, but I think they're too small. Shouldn't it be a little bit bigger? I don't know, I need to check what was the layout for the tooling, but I think they should be a little bit bigger because this seems to be dwarfish. Right, so those things are done there. I just want to show you this. Right, that's finished model, by the way. So
that's a sea giant.
It's a sea giant. It's quite large, lovely, lots of detail to paint. So I can't wait to have it on a spruce. That's going to be roundabout, I would say, in 3 months' time on a spruce. Just because we have so much other work to do. And the biggest one, we are in a period of holidays, which means most of the team, they just work only 50% of capacity because half of the people actually are away. So I think it's just gonna take through summer like that, and after summer, the beginning of September, everybody should be back here. And yeah. Camera, I want to show you some things. I'm gonna start with not my face, with that. Look what Dave did. Really like it. I want to show you this. Look at that. The guy's got some skill, really. Maybe if I move the... I don't want to spoil on this camera too much because there are plenty of miniatures models I shouldn't show you around me. But that was the piece of art done by Dave, and you have pieces from, that's all caves, right? That's what it is.
Except for the Necromancer, I believe, or Lich.
Oh, the Lich is actually
that's from DNL3, I believe.
DNL2 or 3 even.
Yeah, but the rest is from caves.
Yeah.
So he actually kitbashed the barrel coming out of the gate, which I think it looks great.
Yep. Absolutely love it. So, but I will keep that one. That's for me. No, it's not. No, it's not. I hope I'm not showing you minis. I shouldn't. Just in case, because I got plenty here on my camera. I just keep my camera. Just want to make sure I'm not showing something I shouldn't. Yeah. So going back to minis. I like that because this is one of the minis when we moved and decided to go for a slightly different sculpting approach, and they very look like other company, which we don't mention, minis, which is kind of style-wise maybe okay, but I'm talking here about manufacturing and quality. Okay, that's the other mini. Oh, no, I got something I shouldn't show you. Sorry for that.
Almost got caught.
Almost. I need to be careful, really be careful, because my desk is currently very messy with plenty things on my desk, and those things I shouldn't show you yet. So that's the card, right? That's the new one. That's the new one. Oh, look, the wheels spin. Not the front one. The rear one, yeah. You do. You got Axel there. You have Axel. Okay, that's fun. Right, I haven't seen that one yet, so that's that. 2 elements, actually. More to assembly, because you got like 6-7 elements to assembly, but then you have a horse on top of that. That was what? This is new one, right?
That's the new one, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the element instead of looking at the camera, so...
Yeah, so you can actually fit minis under it as well, this time around.
So we lifted up here, right? So we added like this layer of stone here. Yeah, and those elements are...
Yeah, the elements on it are modular. You can add them or take them off.
Sorry, my aiming is not the best today. I got distracted a little bit. Cool. And more minis to show you. Oh, baguette lady. She's angry lady of the baguette. Let's call it Butler.
Yeah.
It's a really nice model. Ready to paint and have a look on that. And the detail on it. Absolutely love it. Adventurer. Yeah, okay.
We have is that that's the one of the policemen, I believe, yeah.
But they came out very good though. Really good. Yeah. I mean, I really like them. You, my friend. I want to introduce you to my flat plank. Right? Sorry for shaking. Right? What else there? Is that Taylor?
No, she's just deciding which one to pick, I think.
Ah, right, the customer.
Yeah. That's very clearly a thief model.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nah. Wasn't prosecuted yet, so please don't assume that he's a buddy. That's cool. A dealer.
Yeah, that's the
Magical potion dealer.
that's the Tengu Witch Doctor, I believe.
Yeah. That's that. That's so cool. Look at that. Kiddo. Crying kiddo. With a teddy bear. I think that teddy bear is some kind of spawn. Oh god. I was waiting for that mini. I was waiting for me. I really love the concept and the concept the Tomek did. So yeah, finally we got that mini there. Look at that. My mini to paint. Another kiddo. I think it's one piece model, by the way. You don't have to assemble. I don't see any glue. I think it's one piece model. Maybe glue, maybe head was just glued. So maybe 2-piece model, but yeah. Oh look, Jarek. Cool. Obviously, the minis you see here, they are just the sample minis. They're not, well, the final tooling. In some cases, some tooling needs to be adjusted. Some small adjustments we have to do to the tooling. So the color is still not final. The color should be light gray instead of this dark gray. Yeah. That's another one. And another one. Prince Charm. Cool. I wasn't getting what he's having here.
Well, that's thingy. What's it called? Feather pen.
Feather. Ah, yeah, that's right. Yes. Right. Yeah, that's correct. Yes. That's the proper dwarf. That model is cool as well. I mean, Jesus Christ. Look at that. I don't know what to say. Come on. Oh. Upside down, sorry for that. It's another lovely miniature. Here's
It's one of the dog workers.
Yeah. That's a mage, right?
I believe that's a cleric.
Or cleric. I mean, you can use them in fantasy. In a wargaming.
I mean, you can use them
in a wargaming. Come on.
Yeah, you can use them any way you want.
So tell me, why we don't have a wargaming, fantasy wargaming?
Oh, we're gonna have one soon.
Oh yes. Oh. I like that. That's it.
The end is near.
And that's another dog walker. And the last one in the cubit, but that one's got a small defect here. Obviously, this is what I'm talking about. Whenever we have sample minis, we manufacture them, and then we look at the minis. Okay, there's a small defect. We have to fix it, something on it. So on tooling usually. Well, that's the last one to show you.
The scale of the minis is 32 millimeters.
Yep. Okay, let's go back. And let's answer some questions. Right.
Please make Warcraft miniatures next. You're already making Starcraft anyways. Please, I've rarely seen such beautiful models. We'll have to see, maybe in the future.
If we impress them, then definitely yes. That's correct, yes.
Tell me, friends, when will I actually be able to play Heroes 3 board game expansions in Poland? If you're referring to the new expansions, so Cove, Stronghold, and the other one, Complex, I believe production or manufacturing in China is currently ongoing. So we're waiting on more information from them, and we're just waiting for them to ship it over, I guess.
Michał told me today that they haven't answered the question about shipping, because we were asking them for when the product will be ready for shipping. So shipping, as you know, that's the biggest one, because the ship still needs to go around the Africa. So that adds up 30 additional days for shipping. So it's 3 months on the boat, about 2 for 3 weeks to get them through clearance. So I don't think we're gonna be October, maybe October, November, around about that time. That's the closest realistic date I think we can do that. But as I said, we have to wait for them to come back to us. There is option to take train. However, also what we find out today is whatever is going through Russia, and all of things goes through Russia. Russia is very specific about it, and they stop trains and they go through the trains and check everything, whether there's no, I don't know, some equipment to make weapons or whatever. And
it's probably because of the they're probably checking for drones.
Drone, everything, absolutely everything. So board games might be safe. The only risky part of it is basically when they go through those trains, they sometimes been stopped for about, 30 days. So it
might comes out to more or less
the same thing. The same thing. So don't know. Like now, machines, we have to take those machines not through even the cosplay elements. We order it. You know which one I'm talking about. Say out loud.
Yeah.
So we have to take them on board. Because it will say cosplay, it doesn't matter what it says what there, but if they open and they see armor, they will just stop it and they won't ship it. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Oh, that super soldier from China, whatever, is coming to Europe. No way.
You're gonna see it on the battlefield.
Yeah. It's silly, it's funny. Well, its situation is obviously not funny, but
Does Archon produce or are interested in producing solo games? Not particularly. We're mainly focused on making multiplayer games. But some of our games right now do have some solo elements. For example, Master of Orion does have. You can play it solo if you want to, but it's not a focus for us either now or in the future.
Cool. Okay.
There was another one.
Yes.
Just go a bit. Go a bit higher.
Yes.
So, question from Nitramos. Quick question: do you have another Starcraft game in your future production schedule beside the war game? So we originally mentioned in the announcement that we're going to be working on the war game, and it's going to be released in 2026. And the board game, we're going to also be releasing or working on a board game for Starcraft, which is going to release in 2027.
Yes, 2 completely different projects and 2 completely different audiences. So if you're not hobbyist, if you don't assemble miniatures, and if you don't play miniatures games, tabletop miniatures games, because they're completely different animal comparing to board games, they will be product for you. So don't worry about it. So we're starting with the miniatures games because it's the most complex game, and we want to get it out there. We always wanted to have that one out there, so that's going to be first one.
So yeah, another question about the Master of Orion gameplay video. Regarding this, we've again we recorded it some time ago, but our graphic rendering team is just really busy recently, so we decided to outsource the editing. And I think we have the deal mostly secured now, right?
Yeah, so, it's been approved, so yeah.
Yeah, so
it's gonna be done by the external people. They're gonna be, doing all the things needed for the video, and the video should be out.
Mm-hmm. Any idea when it's gonna be done?
No, we have to follow up with Michał. So with Michał from Project Manager Michał to tell us more about it. Quickly about Starcide, obviously, I did mention, I will show you some things. We have some very early concepts for vampire ships.
Just hide the comment.
Oh, did I? Oh yeah, I'm gonna hide the comment, so... That's very early, only outline sketches, so nothing here is final whatsoever, so we're looking at maybe something along that lines for the vampires. So as I mentioned through the video, some things happened. So last week we had a visitors on site here, blind testers, festival that did phenomenal work. So thank you for coming over to our factory and playing our games and give us some feedback. Great feedback. A little bit worried because it was like everything was great. So if you get feedback like that, then you know that something is either everything is great, or we have to still, or we're missing something. But we're gonna be carrying on development on this game. The plan for Starcide is to be released at the end of this year. We're still holding to that date, although been pushed twice already. And one of the reasons when we was pushed is basically we had different projects for Starcide, different game, which was like in advanced works, but we decided to change it. Well, me, but I call it we. Decided to change it. It wasn't much wargaming in that game. It was more board game than the word game, and
that's just your opinion. I still think it was a good concept.
As a person who played many word games, I would say it wasn't board game. And so I don't know if I did told you this one. I don't know if we had exactly the same feedback on that game that we received from the wargaming group on the current version of the game. So that is the biggest question. I don't think so. The other game was played on hexes. So again, slightly different approach. This one is much more open combat, and you basically flying your ships and as you want. Yeah, so it's our own things, in our own IP. On the background, team is working on the fluffy side of it. I do have a little bit more time now this week and probably weekend and after weekend to go and have a chat with Alex where we are with it and what exactly we would like to add it in, what needs to be changed, and just to basically see what we have written so far for this. We have only outlines for the fractions. I know what I want, kind of, but what I want and what it's going to end up in the book, it's a completely different story. The team will have to rework it, everything, basically, so to sounds better, to be more interesting. That's how Rock is a teamwork. What else there for this project? Do you want to add anything into Starcide?
I mean, I personally don't know much about the project myself. I'm not super involved in Starcide.
But you haven't played, right?
No, I haven't even played the new version. Yeah.
Playmat, yes, we got finally a good quality supplier for playmats. And the price was actually okay as well. Although we cannot do that for Porthaven because Porthaven is obviously out there. But you know what? I think we should be doing for the next campaign. And starting from the next campaign, have those playmats available for people to buy. So the next campaign will be about the castle. We say that one. Well, how about we make a massive mat for them and then castle on top of that? So that would be very interesting.
We can also use it for like a whole bunch of other stuff, like a graveyard or like there's a whole bunch of other stuff as well. We can potentially use it for like a secret ritual in the woods as well. And
I want those playmats because the reasons why I want those playmats, I'm going to be using them for Invoker. Invoker is the same setting, kind of, and having the playmats and, with this graphic on it, we can use for DNL and then reuse them again for Invoker. So that would be like almost killing a two birds with one stone. Yes. I was reading the comment, but I think that's about it for today. I think there's no more comments. Do you want to answer anyone anymore? Do you have any estimates how much of caves has been shipped out and how long a pre-painted will still take? I think the pre-painted should take about 2 more months, a month and a half, let's say, assume that. Only because we finished in the last set, which has been painted and loaded and shipped. So that's how it works. So we're catching our tail slowly. That's it. Yeah. You can always make play mats for Porthaven during next DNL. Yes, we could offer that one as add-on not in a pledge manager, in the pledge manager. Yeah, that's what I think. That could be one option. Anyway, oh my goodness, what I'm doing.
Careful not to expose anything.
Yeah, I know my
I think my camera's
my desktop. Out. That's good. Something happened to the camera again. Yep.
It breaks every so often.
I don't know why it breaks. It should not supposed to that, but it breaks, so... Well, it is what it is. Let me just do this that way, and then, yeah. Okay, so... I'm gonna say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for coming by.
Stay tuned, and what we will do... well, for the caves, we're gonna be talking about the caves starting from next month. So...
Stop talking? Or?
Start talking.
Start talking
about the castle. Sorry, I was thinking about other things. We're gonna start talking about the castle starting from next AMA. That's for sure. Thank you, and see you next time.
Yep.